So, all right.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
We
hello.
we are so happy to be here. We love hanging out with you all. I am here with my girls, Miss Molly, Miss Olivia, and myself, Miss Henrietta. We are here, the co-host of the Molly Show.
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, Miss Henrietta. Today we will be talking about sex. And because sex is a very complex and broad topic, we're going to break it down to little parts or subtopics. I know the next question is going to be, what is sex about? Well, I believe everyone has a personal definition of sex depending on your sexual orientation. I remember the other day we were at a friend's apartment and we are talking about sex, and there was a question that popped up and somebody was like, "Oh, what is sex?" And I remember one of our friends said, "Oh, sex is having penetration, a man having a penetration with his penis to a woman's vagina." Okay, cool. But what about other forms of physical intimacy? For example, I would say oral sex, or let me say oral, or job, or blowjobs, or using your finger. Well, we will visit that piece of this conversation in the future. But today, we want to talk about the fact that women should not be afraid to ask for sex. We should be spontaneous in our sex life. And are you satisfied with the sex you're having?
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Molly, for that. So, like Miss Molly just said, we're gonna go into all the questions about sex and relationship. So, my first question was, are women satisfied? Thank you, Miss Molly. I am a woman myself, and I will tell you I'm married. Like before, I told you, married with 3 kids. I didn't have the kids without having sex. So I had to get penetration and all that. So it's not a bad thing or wrong thing for a woman to ask for sex from her husband, partner, or whoever the person is. So for me, sex is positive. It's a circle of the world where women are not ashamed or called sluts
Mhm.
for like forward and their desire for having sex. So for me, it's a place of the society where you don't insult a woman when they want sex, you call them slut. That is mostly in Africa. Like in Africa, most of the time if a woman asks for sex, she's called a slut. A slut is like a prostitute. That's what most of our African people think. But I think with the world today and everything that evolves, I think it has changed a lot. And women are bold enough to ask for sex. And I tell you, when a woman asks for sex, it's way different. So it is a form of understanding. And I want to be an advocate for women. I want to tell every woman that you should ask for sex when you need it. I tell you, we say we don't have a sex drive, we have a sex drive. So
Yeah.
when you feel like having it, ask your man. And I tell you, when you ask your man, he will never say no. Whoever says no, I think that person is getting it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, yeah, like I said, African culture, that's what it is. And I'm advocating for you all, ladies. And I know most of us have I remember when I was growing. I don't know about you, Miss Molly and Miss Olivia. I think
Mhm.
I had a crush. You know the crush, like you hide yourself behind, and you're like, "Oh my God, I
Yeah.
wish this guy could just talk to me."
Oh,
mm,
yes.
Oh, I wish. Yes, I had that crush when I was growing, and I tell you, think about it. You approaching that crush and telling the crush, "I love you," or "I want you." You know how it feels. The men sometimes they feel so men that understand will feel so happy for a woman to approach them and asking them for sex.
Yeah.
So I want to tell every woman, approach your man, approach anybody you think you feel you want to have intimacy with, no matter how the intimacy is. So if that guy you're interested in, like I said, is having you're having casual sex, I salute you. He will be delighted and be straightforward going with him. So most men will absolutely be shocked or excited to have a woman they find attractive or in a relationship come up to them, simply stating to them that they want sex. So why
Right.
can't we try it? Let's try it, ladies. Just come over. So no beating around the bush, no trying to read signals. I remember sometimes we'll go, you have a man you want to approach, and then you start picking up grass like back in Africa. You'll be at the side of the road, you cut a branch of the tree and you'll play with your fingers and your hand. You know, you just have to be straightforward now. When you want something, you go for it because deep inside you want it.
Yes.
So by being direct, you avoid miscommunication. I tell you, communication is the key. When you make a man understand that you want something in a relationship, you being honest, the man is gonna approve it. You know, the man will know like you're real, and you have to understand around where we have guest interest or not. So, like I said, some men will not like it, but you have to approach them.
Yes.
And I know at least you save yourself time, effort, trying to guide their feelings and wondering and hoping if he's interested. And I tell you, bypassing every other odds. So like I said, whenever I feel honey, I'm sorry, I'm coming back to me.
Oh yes. Yes,
Whenever
go,
I
go
feel
for it.
honey, I don't hesitate. Like there are different ways of women feeling honey. Every woman have their drive for feeling honey. I tell you, and you know it. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. Go to your man. Grab his belt. If he has a belt on, grab it. You know. Yes. Mhm. And
Oh.
if he's standing behind, in front, like you can go behind, start, scrub, touching his back, getting into him. So I think when you do that, I tell you, he's gonna be like, whoa. He won't even hesitate not to like come to you. So I want to tell every lady or every woman that that's how we do it. You approach your man, you ask him politely. Communication is the key. So there is nothing wrong in doing that, like I've said, and I'm all for it. So ladies, be all for it when it's your man, somebody you trust, somebody you love.
Yeah.
So I think if you're a woman, you want your guy to feel good. When you do that, I think the man is gonna be happy. And usually, it's an in and out of this world. When you demand it, I tell you, ladies, he will love you more. When
Mm-hmm.
you come for him, he will love you more. Don't always wait for him to come to you. Because sometimes they come when they just want to satisfy themselves and you are not satisfied. So, ladies, try it at home. Give it a shot. Today is Sunday, isn't it? Give
Oh
it a
yeah.
shot today. When you're back from church or wherever your activity, you have dinner, supper with your kids, you lay down, just give it a shot. Thank
Wow.
you all. Thank you,
Wow.
ladies.
Wow. That's great. That's great. I'll give it my all. Thank you for that. And like what you were saying really makes sense. Give it your all. And
Yeah,
then what I will also say, like to add to what you have been talking about, we have to be more spontaneous in our sex life. You know,
yeah,
some of us, like there are a lot of women that we cannot even okay, let me say, I know we have to be spontaneous in our sex life. I know we have work, we have to go to work. I know we have kids. I know we do the cooking, the cleaning most of the time. And I feel like yeah, but still we still have to be spontaneous, right?
yeah,
And we all know that after some years in relationships, our sex life become boring. It's now
yeah,
a routine. To me, and sex and routine sex is no fun. I don't like it. I don't like to have a routine sex where, oh, every Thursday, 9 p.m., we are doing it. Or today is weekend. Oh, today is Sunday. Today is the day we are doing it. I don't like it. I don't want a routine sex. I don't want a planned sex. I like my sex spontaneous because I believe spontaneous is fun. You
yeah,
know, we have to be spontaneous. And there are some women that cannot even kiss their husband in public. Oh, stop, stop. Everyone is seeing us. They can see us. It has to be in the bedroom. Who says it has to be in the bedroom? Who says it has to be in the bedroom? You have to be spontaneous. If you feel like kissing your man in public, go for it. You know, don't wait till like, oh, let's wait. Oh, you get home, you have to leave the living room. You cannot even kiss in the living room. Oh, the kids will see us. You have to go to the bedroom. And you kill the mood doing all of
yeah,
that, trying to plan it, trying to have a certain place and what time. You kill the mood. And then by the time you get to the room, he doesn't want it anymore. Like, I've been
mm,
wanting to kiss you all this time. You kept saying, let's get home. We got home, and now you're saying, let's go to the room. So we have to be spontaneous. Let me say you guys are having dinner at home and you feel like jumping on him. Do it. Don't wait till you finish dinner, you clean the dishes, and by the time you get to the bedroom, he's sleeping.
Mm.
So if you are eating and you like, oh, my husband, the way he's eating today, he's so hot, or jump on him, go do
Yes.
your thing. When you are done, come and eat. You don't have to say no. This is how we always do it. He comes back from work, he takes his shower, he eats dinner, he grab the remote and watch CNN, and then at 10:45 p.m. we go to bed and then we go do it.
Wow.
No. Right now, I feel like, oh, you're watching CNN. I want to jump on you. I'll jump on you like a horse. And we do
Oh,
it on the
child.
couch. You do it on the couch and it feels different. It feels
Different. I
like
get it.
like
Yes, it does.
teenager all over again. So women, I'll advise us, we have to be spontaneous. That's
Yeah.
why most of our sex life have become so boring. And we are like, oh, the devil is a liar. Oh, my village people are at me. No, it's not your village people, it's
Oh, it's you.
you. It's you, nobody. Oh, it's my husband doesn't even look at me anymore. He's
Yeah.
tired of that routine. He's
Mm.
tired. You see me, you say, oh, Papa Elizabeth, Papa Elizabeth. No, be spontaneous. Pull Papa Elizabeth on the couch and give him
Yes.
what he wants and bounce on him if that's what it takes. So
And
let's
those
not,
things are turn offs too.
yes,
Thank you, Miss Molly.
like again, I would say you can go, like, let me say, for example, show up at his office if it's okay with him to show up at his office. Show up at his
Mm-hmm.
office. When he's taking a shower, you can jump in the shower and you guys can be intimate in the shower. It doesn't have to be like something planned. You could even interrupt his sleep in the middle of the night. He's gonna say yes to it. But if you also know that your husband is the cranky type that doesn't joke with his sleep, wait and interrupt his sleep in the morning. Some men, if you interrupt their sleep, you're in trouble. If you know that that's
Yeah.
how your husband is, don't do it. But if your husband is okay with it, interrupt him at night. You can do it in the car, you can do it in the garage, you can do it in the kitchen, you can do it under the shower. Do it whenever. Again, do whatever you think is going to work for your relationship,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
there's no one size fits all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, Miss Olivia,
Thank.
what's your take about this?
Okay, Miss Molly, trust me, I was just soaking it up. I was just soaking what you and Miss Hereta said. It is um I think we need to talk about this more because you will be surprised to hear some of the stories and what everybody is going through. But my part that I want to talk about is when you are not after all of this, when you're not satisfied, what do you do? Because
Ooh.
I know can you hear me? I think
Yes,
my mic
ma'am.
Yes, we
is
can hear you.
We can
okay.
hear you.
Yeah, I think most of it is when you're not satisfied, what do you do? What's your response? What's your reaction? To me,
Mm-hmm.
I think the very first thing you need to do is to talk about it. I'm sure you all can agree with that.
Yeah.
Don't It's not awkward, right? Bring it
It's
up, tell
not.
him that,
Mm-mm.
hey, guess what? Last night was not it. I wanted this, I wanted that, but it didn't happen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, of course, it's a routine. Just like Molly was talking about routines. It's a routine that when a man is done, everybody is done. Is that right? No.
No, that's not
Maybe
right.
I was not done. So the first thing you have to do is to talk about it. There's no two ways about it. If you want to keep it, that is, if you want to keep a relationship going, you need to let the man know that, hey, that was not it. We need to walk about. We need to talk about. We need to work it out. And
Mm-hmm.
then another point is, flirt shamelessly, just like Miss Herita and Miss Molly said. Take your partner, what kind of style does he like? When the kids go to bed, get those disco lights, put it on your room for fun. Some of those things bring them back to where you people were, maybe in school, or maybe something he saw in a movie, and he'll be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
man, today is something else. And then, flirting
Yes.
shamelessly is another way by telling that, guess what? Tell him what you like. Like, I like it when you kiss me randomly, for example.
Right.
Giving
Right.
him an example. Give me
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Oh, guys, sorry about that. With
It's
kids,
okay.
things happen. Things happen.
I
Yeah.
know, Miss Olivia, Miss Molly,
Yeah.
she
Okay,
can
all
give
right.
a take. Oh, she's back.
She's
All right.
Welcome back, girl.
Sorry about that. So
It's
okay,
okay.
That's
We
tell
okay.
understand.
tell it tell him, okay, I like it when you kiss me randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that you're having a conversation with your man, with your boyfriend, your husband, wife, and you tell them that I like it when you kiss me randomly? It stimulates some of those things. At first they are like shy, like, did you
Yeah.
just tell me that? And then at the end of the day, they are like, okay. it made me more interested in what we
Mm-hmm.
that in what we're about to go. The next one is like you crave out something for a sexy time, like a weekend. Don't only go on dates with a group of friends. Maybe each of you don't have a partner. Crave out a date just with your husband, just with your boyfriend, just with your spouse, just to go out there, just the two of you. Plan it to be a sexy date, as I'll call it. That there's just eating. You go out, get breakfast, you come back to the room, you have sex, you go back, you go get lunch, you come back to the room and have sex. Like, make it as if you are in for that weekend for sex and sex only.
Mm-hmm.
Most of those things make your partner will be like, oh, maybe my wife still had it. Because most of the time when we get married, we kind of throw everything under the bus. Like, we're not into that anymore. You just get up in the morning, maybe you take one of these t-shirts and put it over your body, or you're wearing the traditional kaba that we have, and you're
Mm-hmm.
walking around, and your husband is just, like, okay, maybe you had kids and you're it's gone. Like, everything is gone. You have to bring it back. Take a date out. Make him
Yeah.
to know that you are still that person. And
Mm-hmm.
another point, I think Miss Molly brought this up, like, okay, kissing someone on the table and you are scared that the kids are watching. For me, hugging and touching on a regular basis is very important,
Yeah.
because if you, like, randomly, he's in the, maybe let's say he's even, maybe doing the dishes, for example, and you come and give him a hug from the back. It's like
Mm-hmm.
he just wants to drop those plates right there, and then you all run to the bedroom. That's one of the points for me. When you're not satisfied, things you need to do to make your husband come back to the room. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can also revisit your sexual highlights as a couple. You can quote an example, right? Say, do you remember that day that we could not just wait to get home and we had to pull over somewhere?
Yeah.
Man, come on. Some of those thoughts to be like, trust me, girl, I want us to do this again. Keep bringing those things up if you discover that you are not satisfied in your relationship. And again, if something is not feeling good, you know, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep, you don't have to keep pretending that it's okay. Like, when they're done, I know there are people who fake moans during sex and be like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I came and stuff like that. Don't fake it. Let him know that it didn't happen, so he's going to make you enjoy sex. We also have our rights, just like Mr. Renta was saying. It's as if when the woman asks more, it's more appealing. When a woman asks, we also have our rights to get satisfied. You don't just have to
Yeah.
stop and say,
Mm-hmm.
all right, because maybe we're done. Not a problem. You are done,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not done. But maybe you are shy to tell your
Yeah.
partner that you are not
Yeah.
done. Please, if you do
Mm.
that, you continue to live in for me, that's not a sex relationship anymore, because you will never have that satisfaction, because according
No.
to your partner, you are okay,
Yes.
right? Yeah, he knows that you are fine, and then which that was not the case. So those are just the points I wanted to bring up concerning when you're not satisfied, what you do. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
dive a lot into other things, because this is not the only topic that we're going to talk about with sex. Sex is a very, very broad topic. Today we're just talking about it in a relationship, like in general. We'll go down to, break it down to being married or after
Mm-hmm.
divorce, or, what be having flirting or having a crush, just like Mr. Rita was saying. So, but I guess for me, the main thing after everything I've said is communication. You have
Right.
to go ahead and tell your partner that you didn't have it, so
Mm-hmm.
he will know how to work on it.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, yep,
Thank-
yep.
Oh wow. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Miss Olivia. I know both of you have talked about your topics, and there's a little bit of chipping that I want to do if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, go for
Like
it, girl.
like Miss Olivia just said, there's one thing I took out of it, and I want to quote myself like example. And most of you know me. What I love is I remember we had this a party somewhere, and I felt honey, like I felt myself. So I
Yeah.
had to go to my husband's leg and just sit right there,
Just there.
caressing him in front of people or dance with him. I felt it. So I think that is what Miss Olivia is saying and Miss Molly, when you show the affection, it doesn't have to be in the house. It doesn't have to be hidden. It doesn't have to be private. When you love somebody, you show it genuinely. It doesn't matter where you are. And I tell you that night when I came, it was different.
Oh yeah.
Ladies, it was different,
Oh,
yes. It was different because you know, one thing I know is you make a man important that way. I've seen it. I've tested it. When you're shy, some men are not important, but when you prove to them outward, out there in front of their peers, in front of people, that
Mhm.
way they feel important, they feel respected, they feel loved. You
Yes.
know, and I tell you, anything you want from there on is gonna be
It's
achieved.
gonna
So,
come.
ladies, do that. Don't be shy. Sometimes you put your hand on top of his lap. You know, when you're just stroke him, like Miss Olivia said, stroke him. You know, give him some strokes, no matter where. So, thank you all, Miss Molly, for that, and Miss Olivia. That was insane. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, and then I also wanted to say something like what Miss Henrietta was saying about like you have to communicate with your husband or your spouse or your partner, whichever way we want to call it.
Yeah.
There are some people that are not really verbal. There are some women that they are not verbal. I
Yes.
would advise that maybe you could send him a text, like he's at work,
Oh.
just send him a romantic text, like that would like he'll be like, oh, so I didn't know she too can do something like this. Of course, I have that in me. So if you cannot say it verbally, send him a text, or maybe you could surprise him by dressing with the lingerie,
That's what I said. Put on
and then
those lights in the
yes,
room.
there's
Okay.
a lot of options,
Yeah.
do it and draw him closer to you. Like what your husband likes, what
Yeah.
when he
Of course.
sees you with that, he cannot hold himself. So just
Mm-mm.
go there and just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of options, just like Miss Molly said. There's a
yeah,
lot of options to get your partner's attention. Well, all of us are, in the we're in a social media world right now. There are a lot of things online that you can read and say, "Hey, I'm gonna try this one." And
mm-hmm.
at times, like you said, send him a text like, "There's something I saw today. I can't wait to show you in the night."
All
Trust
right.
me,
Ha!
they'll put the kids to bed by 9 p.m.
Hey!
Now, what was that you had to? Yeah, that we were talking about. So try, ladies. Get out there, be spontaneous, just like we're talking about. If you are not satisfied, please communicate. As
Yes.
Mr. Reta said, you can always be the person to ask. It makes them happy. It makes them
Yeah.
excited that you came up to them and you really wanted this. You know.
Yeah,
So I think we're what 3:26. So we took about like what 30 minutes. We are we continue to be very grateful to our viewers. We've had
Mm.
a lot of feedbacks, a lot of you that call us to tell us how we appeared on
Yeah.
our live show. Others that decide to say, okay, can you go shift behind and stuff like that. Those are things we don't take for granted, because
yeah,
it's because of you that we can adjust. It's because of you that we can be better. It's because of you that we can grow in this show. We hope it's going to be a TV show one day. It's because of
yeah,
you that this show is growing. So, but again, anything that you think you want us to talk about, any interesting topics, if you want to hang out with us, also send us a DM. But if there's any comments that you want us, want us to talk about, never hesitate. We have the comments right down there. Drop them in the comments. We're going to read
Right.
them.
up it
We're
there.
going to react to them. We're going to send you, maybe private messages. Some of them came and we
Yeah.
had to react privately,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because we have to respect everyone's privacy too. And if you want us to, take into the background, we'll always do that. But right now, drop them in the comments. And we really appreciate your love, the sharing, the like. But please keep following us. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Uh, any other thing, ladies?
No, we'll see you next time.
All right, from
Thank
all
you
of
all.
us on
See
Molly
you
Show.
next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.